Hello, hello. Octails, I see you. Hello, anybody coming in? Whoo, I am sorry I'm late. It is, and I won't keep anybody too long. Um, it has been a hectic day, hectic night. I was supposed to come on last night because I'm so excited. Really, the real reason I want to come on is just to share this song that I made. And I'm very excited. Octails, I know I sent it to you. I think the version I have now is a little different. Um, but yeah, that's really I wanted to come on and share it with you. And I'm very excited. And I figured why not come on and share. I was over on Warrior Spears's channel the other day and I got to finish up my first diamond painting, and it was awesome. And I am very, very excited to have it done. And I've started a new one. I was gonna start the Joshua one. Hold on, let me before I get to gabbing, I'm gonna drop the link in. I think it would just be easier if I do it this way, right? If you want to come up still. I'm not gonna be on for too long. Excuse me. Um, like I said, I was gonna come on last night and I can't talk and do this at the same time. I am not that talented. My bestie had her baby and she's home. So, and all things are well and good, and it's awesome. It's amazing. I'm very happy for her, especially to see her journey and everything it took. And I always held out faith that I knew some way somehow God was going to make it possible for her again. And he's here, and it's a blessing. It is a huge blessing. Um, so yeah, I kind of went and did that, and then I was going to come on this morning, and hello,
Oh,
there we are. Can you hear me? Okay,
yeah.
can everybody hear? Okay.
I
Um,
muted your channel. I had it on.
um, and I was going to come on this morning, and I know I was telling you this, you know all this, um, but then we got kind of an unexpected call. Where we are it is an apartment. There's four of them here, and it's we have the two rooms, and it's more than and we're fine, and it's a blessing from where we were, and we were so grateful to be here. But Kendra, it is a little smaller. We're used to a house, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful because it is truly a blessing. Um, but we've always made it known to them if anything a little bit bigger came available to keep us in the thoughts. And a few things have happened. I know I told you about a few of them about a few weeks ago. ah we were sitting in the living room and we just happened to look out the back. It's a big sliding door to a bunch of cops, drawing guns and whatnot, and it was a little an experience for us. We weren't quite sure what was going on, of course, so we, got low to the ground and whatnot, because we could hear the commotion and whatnot going. And I know you'll have that everywhere, no matter where you go. But we would uh, really like just the house, the house vibes if we can. And so we got a call this morning about a duplex, and it was so we went to go see it, um, and they said it would just be a switch, it wouldn't be anything. So we went to go see it, and it was really nice. It was awesome, and I was praying, if this is it, Lord, let it be, and if not, I know you'll bring us better. So we were there and we were looking at it, and we were trying to decide. It's kind of the same setup, a little bit bigger. We were just trying to debate on whether packing up and moving or not, if it would be we would stay where we are, because it's not bad here. It's a blessing. The people are wonderful all around doing all of this. The same people, and it's a really nice place, especially from what we left. So while we were there, she was like, "Well, we have a house, an actual house, that will probably be open by the end of July." So she was like, if we want to hold off just another month, which again, it's not, we're not suffering. We're not by any means, but it's wonderful. But if we want to hold off another month, by the end of July, it should be ready to go. And if we want it before she even puts it on, she said that it'll be ours. So that way, instead of putting that up, they'll put this up instead and just kind of swap it out. So, we are very blessed. It was a whirlwind of a morning there. We kind of got the call, jet set it, got ready and headed out. And then we went to the movies and seen How to Train a Dragon for Ollie's birthday. His birthday's on the 25th. I always want to say the 26th because my sister's is the 26th. The day after, but we went to see how to train your dragon, and it was amazing and awesome, and we had a good time. So it's been a long day, very long day. Yeah, so that's why I backed out on everybody 15 times in the past 12 hours. I know I do it a lot, but I feel like it was an all-time record within the past last night. I'm watching a movie with my husband, so I'll have to catch some of this on the replay. But here, and we'll be back. Yeah, what movie are you watching? I'm so nosy. I love movies, though.
But yeah, the one you just finished, Ashley, is this one here, but it's a 30 by 30.
This one, yeah, right here.
Yeah. It actually, because it's a 30 by 30, it actually has 2 more dots. It has 15 and 16 where you only have 14.
I see when you showed it the other day, I thought it was a little bit bigger. I was like, well, that's the same, but a little bit bigger. Oh. So I just ended up starting this the other night when the storms happened. We were out of internet, and the boys, I was telling you about this, but the boys were having a rough go of it there for a second until, we realized there was at least 1,000 people in our town without power, and that kind of put things into perspective for them. So I said I was going to wait, but I started this one with nothing to do that night. So I started this one.
Yeah, I also got a bigger one of that one too.
I know. I was going to wait, but that night I had started it. Well, okay, let me back up. Before I was going to keep going on this one, I got out the Joshua 1:9.
Yeah.
And I was going to do that one, but I noticed that there are numbers and letters to it. So figuring out how to sort all that out is going to be fun for sure. So I figured
depending on how big it is, you have numbers, letters, and symbols.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
I didn't even pay attention that deep. I seen the numbers and I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to wait.
Depending on how big it is, you could also have symbols.
So then I'm going to have trays for numbers and symbols and letters. It's gonna be.
Well, again, the thing of it is, yes and no. The thing of it is, if you just basically keep an eye on your one number on the end, that tells you your caller number, and then you gotta remember what symbol that is, or what letter it is, or what number it is.
That is going to get. So I figured I would hold off. I would hold off on that one because I don't think the other ones have numbers numbers in it. I think this is the only one with number. Oh, I see your kitty. I see your kitty. Oh, no. Before I forget, I wanted to play this in the beginning. I wanted to play this for everybody. So what I did is the past few weeks, this is what I've been really excited to come up here and show everybody. But the past few weeks, I've been slowly going through my YouTube channel, through the comments, through I don't know, anybody that caught my eye, that commented, that reached out, that I remembered. So I've slowly, and I wrote the name down of the channel, and I've been adding to it here and there, and I've been playing with it for a while. And I took all the names, and I think I mentioned this in a few lives back, like a little roll. It's like a roll call song, like a thank you for anybody that's just ever, just showed up and was there and have been there, and I appreciate you. I talk about a lot. I know it looks like I go through a lot, but I want people to know and understand, like, a lot of the things that I talk about and the songs that I put out, I don't necessarily feel the weight of that anymore. That's not where I'm at anymore. I'm not there. I was there. I did experience it. I went through, and some of the things I am still experiencing, but I'm getting through, and I don't feel the weight of it. But I put it out and I talk about it, one, because he really, really, really puts it in me too. And the music is just another outlet. And I feel like if anybody out there can relate to them, that's awesome. But I don't want anybody to feel like the songs that I put out are necessarily something I'm feeling right now, or, you know what I mean? Like, at one point in time, I have felt that way. But, and you go back, like I talk about all the time, the notes and the things that I talk about, it's from 4 years. And then it goes deeper than that, because then that's how God works. He starts to peel back even further than when the journey began. He starts to take you back further, and then you get to see all the ways that he was really, really there for everything, even when you didn't see him. So it's healing. It's just really healing to get to take all the notes and the poems and the words and everything that I felt, and get to hear it. So with that being said, yeah, I put out a lot, but, like, the song that I wrote about that day, I have a song called That Day, is about sitting my family down. A day I sat them down, and that's another conversation. But it's a song. I put it in a song because I'm sure a lot of people can relate to having differences within the family and in other relationships. But it doesn't necessarily have to do with the things I'm experiencing with my faith and on that journey. It's a lot of things that are wrapped up in so many layers going back. So I don't want anybody to think like I put it out and that's how I'm feeling in the moment. In one moment I did. In one moment in time. So, but this one, I wanna share with everybody, because thank you. Just thank you for being there. That means you too, Octails, and your little kitty on the table.
I know. I was just letting you talk.
No, I know. I just wanted to let you know that you're included in this. So I'm going to play it, and I hope it's not weird. I hope it just comes off how I intended it to. So I'm going to play it. I hope it's not too loud. You were a light in the valley low. You helped me stand, you helped me grow. When the fire came, you stayed close. You saw it all, and heaven knows. Every name, every hand that gave, you helped me rise out of that grave. So this one's
for you, every name I say. You helped me stand and I won't forget that day. Consume the goodness, scratch and PPA, warrior spear, Canadian family life, Bella's whisper, homestead Kristen, Star Michael's adventures, boldly unshackled, kaleidoscope of happiness, the WSFN channel, the Deborah table, Lewis Acre Farm, Karma Light, warriors for life, God, Links, Cap, Silva, Arlene, and we're Hart, just Jason Keto, world's greatest sacred places, fever dream animation, Rusty Bucket, Unnamed Speaks, Texas Regina, Diamond Son, more Kathleen's Place, Devin Richardson, Andy's Journey, Cindy Lifestyle and more, sharing connection of lives and interest, 2020 tuber chat, connecting grow, my other's keeper, Press the Investor, Old Lady Luck, Marketplace Boutique, Sweet Melissa, Style Stages, Tales Told in the Dark, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, Eddie Lugo Studios, Controversial Cruising, Bolero, Reverend Dream, Mrs. Tammy, New Horizons Above and Beyond, Epic Earthbound, Handicapped Travelers, Serving My Redeemer, Kim Maple Syrup, Bailey That Creator, Melissa's Journey 104, Charlie Brucker, Rosebud, The Amazing Sylvia, Growing and Grace, Vivian, Tucker and I, Sox Fan Simbra, Miss Southern Belle, KY Philly Diamond Paint and more. It's me, Alec, Uptown, Chrissy Brown, Ani Boy, Good Enough Homestead, Joyful Steffi's, No Judgment Here with Tish Ross, the podcast, Avid Fisherman, Kenneth Wilkins, Backyard Trucker, Mr. Martinez, Peak Adventure Travels, Heaven's Fire 18, Thomas Mahi Gibbs, Roadie with Rich, the Mexican Government, Ben's Workshop, Repent, Lily Rose, John the Bartender, Diamond Painting with Lizzie, Luke the Stock Explorer, Eric B, JV Outdoors. You just showed up, I won't forget it, no I never could, cause the body of Christ is made of hearts that stood. You were the light in the valley low, you helped me stand, you helped me grow. When the fire came, you stayed close, she saw it all, and heaven knows. Every name, every hand that gave, you helped me rise out of that grave. So this one's for you, every name I say. You helped me stand and I won't forget that day. Every seed you sowed, he saw it. Every time you stayed, he wrote it down. This isn't just a song, it's a thank you. You helped me stand. And may God return the favor tenfold.
I know I was being quiet. You have to go. Well, I'm gonna put it out so everybody can hear it, but you have to go back and listen to it. It's just a thank you, a shout out to everybody who has shown me grace, been there, been so kind, really, truly. Just anybody that's. I know I forgot a few names, and I have written them down. They have been added to the list because I'll probably do this again. But thank you. It's just anybody that has just shown me grace. So I appreciate it, truly.
That was really good.
I'm gonna put it out so you guys can listen to it. But
yeah, I even got my struggle diamond out now.
I have that one. Ooh, why is this playing again? Why did you do that?
When the fire came, you stayed close. She saw it all, and heaven knows. Every day, every hand that
I gotta scroll to the bottom. I uploaded a lot of songs on here, guys.
You helped me stand and I won't forget that day. Consume the goodness, scratch and PPA, warrior spear, Canadian family life, Bella's whisper, homes.
Okay. Yes, but thank you. Thank you. Truly. Okay. That's it. That's all. Thank you. Thank you all. I truly appreciate every single person for the grace. Truly. I see your cat's tail and I love it.
Yeah, at least she's not laying down here.
Oh, no.
I had her actually laying down here on several times before.
I appreciate you guys for being here boldly. Oh my gosh, boldly unshackled. If you guys are in Mintu, we're very, very welcome over there. But if you're looking for a good community of women, you should go check out that community with Tia and the WSFM channel with Stephanie. That's a pretty good group of ladies over there. It's on fire. And guys too, Octails, you can come over too. We ain't gonna kick you out.
I'm used to being kicked out, so it wouldn't matter.
They won't kick you out of there, I promise. It's just an amazing community. I'm glad I stumbled into. Very much so. Very blessed. Rusty, I like seeing you over here. Huh. It's very nice to see you. Truly. I will take prayers. I hope that this place goes good and we get in and it's a good place. But I will always take prayers. I pray for every single one of you all the time. You guys cross my mind all the time. See, she likes the spotlight. I get
This actually, she's actually my webcam kitty. When I gamed a lot, she was always there on the webcam.
So I went out and I bought baggies because I didn't want to go out and get anything else because you are so graciously making me trays. So I didn't want to be able to stop dotting, but I didn't want to go out and buy something grand.
Okay, do you want a sneak peek?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that color. If you only knew.
Basically, it just slides into the organizer and you put your diamond dots in it. And then when you want it, pull it out, set it down, and then you dot. And then put it back and then get the next color.
Oh, I really like that. Truly. I really do. I was worried about the cat tattoo. The cat steals the show. No, truly. Stephanie, Tia, all of you guys over there. I'm very blessed to have stumbled upon her message this morning was on point. I have been thinking about that all day. It's the ones that stick with you. You know, God gets a hold of you. Yeah. It's been a pretty eventful day. I love How to Train a Dragon. I like the animated. I love it. And I was telling Kendra in her live just before I hopped on mine. I really like the animated, and I thought I was going to be disappointed, but they really did justice, and I loved it. And I was bawling; it had me in tears. Yeah, but Ollie loves it too. It was one when he liked that. He liked How to Train a Dragon and A Good Dinosaur, and we both loved them equally and watched them millions of times. Oh, yeah. So we were excited when they said that they were going to bring it to life. Yeah. That's awesome. I want to see Lilo and Stitch too. I can't. That'll be next on my list. I love Lilo and Stitch. So I figured for now I would just dump all the dots in the bags and then write the number on the bag.
Okay.
I was running out of innovative ways to put the dots in. I've got a mixture of all kinds of baggies. In the bags that it came in, I kind of like wrapped them up. So, yeah. I didn't want to go out and get jars or anything to put them in because I'm very excited for the trays that you're making me. But when we get to the Joshua 1:9 one, that one is gonna. I'm gonna have to take that one nice and slow.
Yeah, especially if they start adding symbols and stuff, or even letters and numbers, you can get it confusing because you might be 1 through 15, but number 15 might be number 2.
Oh, I know I gave you a hard time, but I am so grateful that you sent me this. I am so grateful.
Well, I figured
I
since
know.
you tried everything else, I figured it relaxes me so much, it might do the same thing for you.
And it was so thoughtful. Yeah, truly.
But no, I'm just glad you like it.
I do. I do. For as much as I tell you that it's too much, I just want you to know that I do.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that.
Well, okay. So that's what we were talking about. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna talk about it here since we're on the topic. It's coming. Listen, this is what happens. This is what happens when I don't have a script. This is what spirit led me. Okay, this is.
I mean, it isn't.
Is that what is happening right now? No. So I told him. I told that. How did I say it? I got it. I could look it up. How did I word it? I said, well, because you said something, and I forget what you said, and I said, see, you say that, and I have God over here telling me, not like knock it off. Who are you to stop me from, or stop him from doing something I sent out? You know what I mean? And that's what I told you, like in the end, like I'm very appreciative. You're very generous, and I mean it from a very, very well placed, because is it like, as we think about Jesus and how he wants to be, giving, go out and do these things, be with the hungry, serve, do all of this with a giving heart, and that's what I told you, because what he was telling me, like, make sure that it's God leading you to do it, because he's over here telling me, like, knock it off. I'm leading him to do it.
Well, that should answer your question, though. That should answer your question, Ash.
Like, that's because when you were saying that, I was like, well, I have God over here telling me, like, I'm at, the things that people do for you sometimes, God is leading them to do that. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Is they're being led by God to do that for you. So let them, like, receive that. Let them do be obedience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just the way you were talking. And that's how it's, I feel, and I say it all the time, like, that's how it's God, because you can't possibly know, and it's happening.
Well, I mean, that's just like I told you about the one shirt I'm sending you. On the way home, it just like the sunshine. I mean, it was pouring down rain. Sunshine came out and only shone on that vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I will wear that shirt with pride. Yes, I will.
But I'll admit this. I'm not saying that I'm responsible for it, but there is a few surprises in there you don't know about yet.
And I do, and I appreciate it. I do, and that's what I meant. Is what I don't want you to feel like I'm unappreciative, because it's just coming from like I told you.
Yeah.
So many people deserve that more than that kindness more than me. It's just coming from
Well, I'll tell you that I'm not going to write what I wrote, what we wrote, but we did send Ollie a birthday card in it with it too.
That, see, and then that I told you, I was like, I can't really argue with that part, because it's for the kids, and he.
Yeah, it's probably everything else you're going to be arguing with me over.
They're pretty. And see, that's where he see, you guys see what he's doing. Now he's like,
no, I just know how you are and how much you've gotten after me about the first box. So
I was telling her, like, I feel like it's very one-sided. I offer nothing but a mess. It's a mess over here most of the time.
But what you don't realize is you're a blessing, actually. You really are. You just don't realize it.
that's how I feel about you, and that's why it's all that's sort of the too much. Anything else after that, I feel
Well, I want to say this. I'm not being mean about it, but like I said, if you have a problem, take it up with God. It's His issue, not mine. I had to add that one out.
That's what I mean by like God's just like, knock it off. If people, this isn't got anything to do with even with me. You know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do. It's something that He put on you to do, and I don't want you to think that I take away from that, because I do appreciate that. I do, and I honor that. I think I talked about this at Christmas, around Christmas time, where it's because with his teacher and everything around that time, she said the same thing. I feel like, nobody, and she just felt led, and that's where it kind of reminded me, like, some people are being led on their own path and their own journey to do these things. And
yeah, I mean, it's a way for God to bless you, plus also actually bless them also.
Yeah, and you're being obedient to that, and that I think, with people where it's hard to receive, I have to kind of remember that part in it too, where those people that are offering to help, even if you don't ask, and they see, they're honoring they're honoring Him too, and they're being obedient. So I see that. I just want you to know, through all the grumbling that I'm doing, I see that too.
Well, like I said, I'm expect it's with the stuff in it. I'm actually expecting you to call me after you get it.
But that's what. Hey, we're coming on Saturday, aren't we? Because that's where I kind of want to dive in. I've been talking a lot about.
But see, I'm in the clear because we come on Saturday, but the Bucks don't actually get there until Monday, so I have at least a whole week before I have to worry about it.
No, but Ollie's going to be. It's just it's a blessing. Thank you, truly. Before I yell at you, I want to get the
yeah. Before you yell at me,
things we gotta get out.
I already know you're going to yell at me, especially because I added an extra note for you.
It's too much. It's too much. It is.
I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's still the surprise.
That just makes me nervous. Not in a bad way. But... Man. Today has been a good day. I hope it's been a good day.
I'm glad you had a good day today.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I didn't really have anything to talk about. No, but Saturday I do. I think that's what I want to talk about. Like, I've been stuck on perspectives, because I really want to come up at one point and like really talk about the perspectives that God has really blessed me with throughout this whole thing, that I really cling to, that I don't know where I would be without the eyes that He gave me throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, He actually opens your eyes up.
So
when you least expect it.
I feel like I'm gearing, like that's what He wants me to do, and I feel like I'm doing what I always do, like inching towards that. So I've been really stuck on like perspectives, and I know I put a video out about it, but there's so much into that. Like with you, it got me thinking, in my own experiences. Like, we go places God never asked us to. We do things God never asked us to, with the best of intentions, like wholeheartedly, so sincere. But then when things don't, work out, or He doesn't sustain us, through it, we start asking, well, why? That goes back to the giving heart, and why I told you, like,
yeah,
make sure God's leading it. Because for me, like, I do have a giving, like, to the point, I have a giving heart to the point where God never asked you. Like, I will give my shirt off my back and go freezing and wonder why God's not sustaining me. And he's like, Ash, I never asked you. I never asked you to do that. You did that, and with the best of intentions. You always want a kind heart. You always want to give your last, and God will sustain you. But we really have to ask ourselves, like, is it something God asked you to do? Or are you just doing it on the presumption of his name and who he is? You know what I mean? So that's what I want to talk about Saturday. If anybody wants to get down on that with us, that's what I'm bringing to the table.
More than likely, we'll blow this out of the water Saturday.
Like, is even community places, like when you're not feeling him. And he's, you're here and you're trying and you're wondering why you're not feeling the presence of God. Like, did he ask you to be there in the first place? Did he send you there?
That's when it actually gets pretty rough sometimes.
Yes, it gets hard. And that's why I feel like, again, the more we're in the Word and the more we lay down, I'm supposed to be a servant. I'm supposed to be giving. I'm supposed to be in these communities. God's there. I see him. They're talking about him. That's where he wants me.
But
sometimes you just want to be there because you see, what's pulling you in.
But again, sometimes it may be several years, but sometimes God puts you through that.
Yeah.
In order to deal with what will happen 10, 15, 20 years or whatever down the road.
With you, like how we met and like everything, like totally me going in, but like God gave me something going out too. He will always give you something going out of it, whether he sent you there or not.
Yeah.
He's going to give you something going out. And that's what, I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about Saturday. Yeah. And it's okay if the answer is no. If God, nope, it was good intended. It was so sincere. You were pure. You've gone in. You did it. And it's okay if you ask him and he's like, no, girl, I never even asked you to do that. And it's okay. It's all right. But now and you start to see more of him through those times too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's what.
Well, see, when I was before we actually moved here, we bought a new Christmas tree, and we had like my mama's old tree plus a couple others, but we got some way or another, and we just donated them to the local church store. Like, I mean, they didn't sell it, but whoever for donations or whatever.
Well, and that just goes to if God's like, I mean, I've done it.
I could have kept the trees, but it's just like, okay, why keep it? But I'm feeling like I should do it.
And that's what, and if but there are people out here serving the homeless. There are people out here giving to the need. There are people out here that are doing all of these acts, and they're not getting that fulfillment. And I think that's where we have to ask ourselves, what is God called? You see all these people doing these things, but what is God?
But again, is it self-led or is it God-led?
Huh?
I said, is it self-led or God-led?
Yeah. Like, yes.
Because it can be self-led to make you look better in front of people.
And not even that, like, because you can, even like communities, you can go into a community because God calls us to community, and you see them talking about Jesus, and they look, but you get in and you for whatever reason, you feel it. You feel that friction, you feel that offness, you feel that rift. Yep. And you start to think maybe it's you, or maybe it's, what have you.
I've had that feeling many a time.
We really ask, wait a minute, God, do you even want me here? Is this the place I'm supposed to be? So, yeah.
And, also, I think just like communities and stuff, sometimes.
I mean,
and other people and jobs even. Sometimes he puts you there for a short period of time, and that's even, meeting other people, and then it's just like, okay, time to move on. Some people you're meant to make a lifelong friendship with, and then there's some that 2 or 3 months and out you go. And
yes, and see where I was always the person, like I'm very open with the fact, like it doesn't, I've never really had a problem hearing God. I have a problem with telling him no right off the bat. No, like, so it leads me into a lot of places where he never
wanted you to go begin with
in the first place. And I'm learning. I'm absolutely learning that. And it's hard because, you feel like you lose things, but in the second hand, like even now, I feel like in ways I'm becoming more obedient to the things that he wants versus what I think he wants through me, in his name.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of the opposite. A lot of times I have a hard time hearing it, whether it's due to I really don't want to hear what he wants to say, or whether I just don't hear it, or I miss it or something.
I think a lot of the times we drown it out with our self-talk a lot too. Like with doing exactly that. Like it diminishes his voice. Like it's still there, but we get to the point where it starts to merge. Like, okay, who's speaking now? Like, is this me or is it? And I tell you what, after always hearing him, I've never heard him the way I do and as clear as I do now, going back into that Bible. And I always say it. Like I've been in church. I grew up, I knew it all, but I didn't know him. I didn't. And now it's like he's stripping me completely bare.
Well, like my youth leader said, just because you go to church doesn't mean it makes you a Christian. I mean, Satan believes in God, but look where he's at.
Well, that just shows that the Bible is alive. It was dead to me all my life and I knew it, and now it's coming to life. Like I said, it's just I never knew anything. I never knew anything.
And that's just like in '92 when I got saved, and my youth leader went back because we was at a White Cross concert, and they took us back for anyone who got saved. Gave us a Bible, and while we was waiting on them, my youth leader said, "Well, it's time for playing in church is over with now." I mean, you can go to church and basically play church, but that doesn't actually make you a Christian, and it doesn't make you saved, and it doesn't make you following God.
Yeah. Even with the purest heart, all my life I sat in church and around people, and I seen them get it, and I didn't get it. With all the knowledge, with all the church, with everything in it, I seen the words, and they were speaking to me. They were not. I wasn't ready. I had to go through.
I struggled so hard in church. I mean, I tried New International Bible and kept it for years, but King James I make better sense of than what I do the New International.
Yeah.
But again, you also lose about 2,500 verses by switching to the New International from the King James.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
lot of verses.
That is a lot of verses. It is. That is a topic that people like to discuss.
But no, I mean, we always went to church. Well, my mom took us to church, but a lot of times I just went for like Easter and stuff like that, for candy and stuff like that. But but when I was a teenager, after I got saved, we did all this Christian youth group stuff, and it's just like I still felt like an outcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I went, some of them I actually went to school with, and we were basically friends. I mean, using that loosely, but it just seems like I was still out of place. But since I met you, it's just like, he's like, well, here you are. It's about time. Wake up. And it's just like, we're identical, but we're also polar opposites on stuff.
Yes.
But it just seems like anytime I start getting down or doubting or whatever, you put a video up that raises me. And I know you said that a couple of times that I said something. It's like, how did you know this?
I'm glad I can do that for somebody in a way, because and your videos, you included, like, so many people have been that for me. I'm just glad that I can offer that back. And that just comes from such a sincere place. Like, I feel like you all just collectively out here do so much for me. It's unreal. So if I could just do the littlest back.
You do more than just the littlest, though, Ash. You really do.
Listen, like I told you, if at the very least, I just let you know that that you're the less crazy one in this friendship.
No. That no way. Yeah,
then I'll settle for it.
What you can discuss that after you receive the second box.
I literally just got it 5 or 6 years ago myself. What do you mean, Stephanie? You do so much for me. Oh, no. Your videos, like, I know I talk about a lot of things, and we all do, but like, you're learning. We're always learning. We're always growing. There is always still something for God.
There's always room.
Even in stuff we know, like we think we know, like,
there's always room for improvement.
Yeah. So that's what I watch Stephanie's videos, and that's what she does for me. Like, perspective is like, just different perspectives is so much. So
yeah, and you can actually, by going through the motions, you can get hung up in that rut too.
And that's why I say, like, community is so important, to have those people, but it be centered around the word and who Jesus really is. It's powerful. I was just going through the motions for so long. Yeah, like I looking back, that's all it was. Even hearing his, but like, I was in church, I was in Bibles, like, youth group, church camp. I did competitions on Bible verses. Like, we would get a whole binder that we'd have to study and go around and compete. And like,
I did the Bible quiz thing for a bit myself.
And I felt his presence. I would walk in and I would feel his presence here.
But
he wasn't here for me yet. That's how it felt. Like, he was letting me know how powerful he was. And he was letting me see it, and he was there, but he wasn't there for me in the way that he came for me.
Again, not you personally, but even someone who wants to start searching and everything else, you can put your own stumbling blocks and make yourself fall without realizing what you're doing.
Oh, what was that? I think it was honestly in Tia's live the other day, or maybe it was one of yours. Like, he will absolutely allow things and to happen in your life.
He'll allow stuff to
happen,
teach you,
if you're like me,
to sort of guide and direct you.
This so clearly, and I'm like, oh, I see it, and it's not happening. That is me. Like, I see what you want and I'm not doing it. That's how defiant. And it got me in a lot of.
It still gets me in a lot of trouble.
But I'm like awareness.
But
I feel.
but I'm trying.
Yeah, awareness. I feel, and now.
And just think, as soon as you think all your problems are solved, God throws something else into you to either get fixed or didn't realize it was broken or whatever.
Like, I feel like within these past few months or weeks, even, I have gotten to a different point of laying things down, and in that obedience, something that has nothing to do with the situation, and it's not a reward, but it's a blessing. We got this call today, and
oh, you know what my favorite thing to do is?
What?
Lord, please help with this situation. And then it's like, okay, well, how can I fix this situation instead of letting him work on it?
Yeah.
And like I said, your own stumbling blocks.
Yeah. I was my own stumbling block.
I have a lot of stumbling blocks. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I know I'm laughing, but I'm serious though. It's so easy to put out stumbling blocks in front of you. I mean, it's bad if someone else does it and sends you down the wrong path, but you can do it to yourself without even realizing.
Yes. That's beautiful. Because I feel like I've always been aware of myself, like as much as God has given me to see that I see myself. I see you, girl. Like, most of all, I see you. And like most of the time I couldn't even stand myself. And through this,
well,
I feel like it's given me not just the ability to like see me, but he's given me the tools to.
Well, the thing of it is, I mean, I know this isn't a good thing to say, but it's just like, okay, and I actually had been a while ago, and it was in a Sunday school lesson. Which apostle are you? I'm like, I'm doubting Thomas.
I don't know.
That's not a good thing to say, but I mean, because he's like, I gotta see it to believe it, and that's pretty much who I am. And it's taken me a long time to try to not be so much of a doubting Thomas, but
yeah,
it's still just with the way my life has been and stuff, and so it's just like I didn't trust people after I went through police academy. I really didn't trust people then. So
yeah, I bet. It's hot now. But it only takes that one. Everybody, you hear it, and like I've heard it so much in my life, it just perspective. I don't know. I've been stuck on perspective. Like that's and for me, it was not. It's fear. Mine is fear. Like for as much as I told you, like I was at every party. I had groups of friends. I was on the tables. I was drinking this. I was popping that. I was doing all of that. But there was still a normalcy about it and a routine about it, and I stayed well within my.
But see, it just takes that one person to lift you up, to make you realize that things aren't really as dark as what you think they are necessarily.
I don't know. I feel like you're not that like I was saying earlier, like not that you're special. It's just like in my experience and what I've been through, I feel like the prayers I've prayed, the conversations I've had, you are just what you brought, your perspective was an answer to that. Not even just you as a person. Do not get me. We've it's so far beyond that now because look at where we are. But just how you came in.
And like I told you before, God was working on me since I was like 6 years old.
Whatever, and stayed in your thinking and what you thought and your impression, but you, like you said, something told you to stay. You took a second peek. You checked it out, and look what it led to. And I feel like that was an answer to a journey that I've been on. In a lot of ways, like to hold on, like this isn't just for nothing. It's for something. He has a bigger plan in it. And I feel like with you, I got to see just maybe a little glimpse of what he's trying to get to, if that makes sense. So it's a blessing all around.
But the thing of it is, and you're the same way there, Ash, because it's just like I was there, sort of going through the motions, like she said, but it's just with you, it's just like, okay, when I know when I'm full of bull crap, and you sort of call me out on it, but in a nice way.
It's like you go your whole life thinking it's never going to happen, and you fully believe that, but still deep down, you feel God saying it will happen one day, and you just don't understand how you feel that way.
Yeah.
And then when it does, you realize like, oh, this is why. And it's not even anything big or, spectacular or huge. It's just a subtle.
And just think, now we're family.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it is. Like that's where, and it changed a lot for me, just.
And you're actually the one who said it first.
And I would, I would yell at God. I would pray to him. I would cry, just give me one then, Lord. Give me one. If I'm up here, and I've had a lot of people come to the channel. I've had a lot of support. I've had a lot of people come up. But what makes you different is you were that specific person I was very specifically asking about and thought that would never come. And you did. You showed up. You were like, well, I thought this way. And then I chose to stick around and get to see more. Not for me, but for you and for yourself and for your
What can I say? What can I say? I'm stubborn as a mule, okay?
So
I'll admit that. And just as crazy, too.
It's a blessing. So then anything after you do after that is just going to be too much oxtails. And I'm always going to tell you that. Because you have done more than enough.
Well, I almost guarantee you'll probably be calling me Monday.
Did you see what Stephanie said? She said, a lot of us feel that way, warrior, but we have more faith than we know.
Very true.
And I just wanted you to see that because it's so true. Star.
Hey, Star.
You're feeling better. Oh, but you know what? Okay, Octails, I'm so sorry, Star. You're just popping in. But I have to wrap it up because hubby works in the morning and
it's 9:06.
Do the videos in the bedroom. He just gets up so early. So I'm going to go back. Saturday it's on, and that's what I'm bringing to the table. So.
Well, we'll continue our conversation tomorrow.
Yeah, and I didn't die. We figured out my laptop, so we don't have to
nice.
The hour. Yeah, I got an adapter and it fits right here in the plug. So
very cool.
So we got it figured out. But we won't have to worry.
And I'm still not responsible for this box coming. No matter what, I'm not responsible, and I even stated it in the letter.
Saturday is still a go. Is Star coming up? Coming up.
I thought I had the wrong day, she says.
Just say that would be super.
No, it's Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock our time or 6 p.m. your time there, Star.
That'd be super cool if you did. No. I'm just saying. I thought that's what you meant.
But
No, but that's what I want to talk about. Just I've just been stuck on perspectives. Just this, and I know I did a video on it just to like talk about how important it is, but like there's so many layers to it. Like
she still has no voice.
oh no. I feel like we're trying to get just like a head cold pressure. I think ours is just more to do with the storm, so it's nothing compared to you.
But yeah, we'll be on both of us will be on my channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
What is today? Today's Friday?
Yeah.
See, it has been a day. It has been a day. It's been 2 days. It's been a 2 days. Well, last night it got pretty hectic after. Yeah.
Well, you better get off.
I know he's gonna. Yes. So I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Thank you guys for being here.
Talk to you later, Ashley.
I will post that song. You guys should give it a listen and thank you. Is what it is. Just a thank you.
See you later.
I'll see you tomorrow.
WSFN.
I will see you tomorrow night. I'm bad at goodbyes. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. And I get pretty awkward when it's like I don't know what to do with myself when I say goodbye. So I'm just going to say goodbye. And y'all have a beautiful, blessed night.
See everyone later. Bye.